Hello everyone, I am Dr. Suchita Nimbalkar, Assistant Professor of Chemistry from St. Vincent Pallotti College of Engineering and Technology, Nagpur. Today we are going to discuss about first unit of BE first semester, that is Basics of Energy and Solid Fuels. In this particular unit, we need to discuss about basics of energy. In that case, we have to study about introduction, sources and types of energy, then units of energy, thermal basics of energy. In that case, we need to discuss about fuels, thermal energy content of fuel, heat capacity, then sensible and latent heat, then evaporation, condensation, steam, moist air and humidity and heat transfer. Then classification of fuels. In this case, again we need to discuss about calorific value, determination of calorific value by Baum and Boyd's calorimeter. Then solid fuel. In this case, we have to discuss about the significance of proximate and ultimate analysis of coal. There are two different types of numericals which we need to discuss in this particular unit. First one is numericals based on Dulong formula and another one is numericals based on the calorific value determination. Now first we are just going to discuss about what do you mean by energy. As we all are aware about energy, energy is the ability to do work and work is the transfer of energy from one form to another. In practical terms, energy is what we use to manipulate the world around us. Whether by exciting our muscles, using electricity or using mechanical devices such as automobile. All these are nothing but the energy. Now another type of energy we can say that heat energy. Heat energy is derived from fuel. A fuel is defined as any combustible substance which on burning in air gives large amount of heat that can be used economically for domestic as well as the industrial purpose. Means we can say that heat energy can be derived from fuel and fuel is nothing but any substance after heating we will get large amount of energy. During the process of combustion of the fuel, the atom of carbon, hydrogen means hydrocarbon we can say, combine with oxygen with simultaneous liberation of heat at rapid rate. Means fuel after heating in presence of oxygen it is giving you product. Along with that large amount of heat is removed out or liberated, that is nothing but the heat energy. Now there are different sources of energy. First we can say that the solar energy, which one is formed from the sun. Solar energy is simply the light and heat that comes from the sun. People can harness the sun's energy in few different ways. We can say that the photovoltaic cell, which convert sunlight into electricity. Solar thermal technology, where heat from sun is used to make hot water or the steam. Then the another energy is the geothermal energy from the heat which one is present inside the earth. Geothermal energy is the heat which one is present within the earth. The word geothermal comes from the Greek word geo. Geo means earth and therm means heat. Geothermal energy is a renewable energy sources because heat is continuously produced inside the earth. People use geothermal heat for bathing, to heat building and to generate electricity. Now this geothermal energy, it sometimes we can say that it having some disadvantage also. Geothermal plants can release small amount of greenhouse gases such as hydrogen sulfide and carbon dioxide. Water that flow through underground reservoirs can pick up traces amount of these toxic elements such as arsenic, mercury and the selenium. Means this geothermal energy is also bad for us because water which one is present inside the earth crust which absorb the traces of some toxic material. Then the third one is the wind energy, and we know very well that wind energy is derived from the air stream. Wind energy is a form of solar energy, we can say. Wind energy describes the process by which wind is used to generate electricity. Wind turbine convert the kinetic energy in the wind into mechanical power. A generator can convert mechanical power into electricity. Now there are certain advantages of wind power. Wind power is cost effective because it is free. Wind create jobs. It's clean fuel sources. Means there are certain advantages of the wind energy. Only the drawback, we can say that it can't be generated anywhere because we required the particular stream of air for that purpose. Then the next one is the biomass energy, which one is formed from the plants. Biomass energy is the energy generated or produced by living organism. The most common biomass material used for energy are plants such as corn, and we can say that the soya. The energy from these organisms or plants can be burned to create heat or converted into electricity. This biomass energy is not as efficient as a fuel as a fossil fuel. Some biofuels like ethanol is relatively inefficient as compared to gasoline. It is not entirely clean. Means these are some drawbacks of the biomass energy. It is not entirely clean, can lead to deforestation. Then biomass plant require lots of space also. Then next type of energy, which one is derived from the water, that is the hydropower energy from flowing water. Now this hydropower uses a fuel in which we have to use water that is not reduced or used up in the process. Because water cycle is an endless, constantly recharging system. Hydropower is considered a renewable energy. When flowing water is captured and turned into electricity, this is called hydroelectric power or the hydropower. What do you mean by hydropower energy then? When the flowing water is captured and turned into electricity. That is the hydroelectric power. This hydropower plant capture the energy of falling water to generate electricity. A turbine convert the kinetic energy of falling water into mechanical energy. Then generator converts the mechanical energy from the turbine into electrical energy. So these are the different sources of energy. Thank you.